we hear about Marvel superheroes and all. Okay? Nepal, and not only Nepal, like even Southeast Asia. Japan has some superheroes like Astro Boy and all. Okay? There's a lack of that, and we have all these things. Yeah, like I mean, I showed you. यो चाहिँ नि so Yeti Man को language है, so we actually
Oh.
develop language and text and all these things. So
Uh-huh.
so your film को लागि what we've done is come lots of concept arts. We have a script, great writer
Yeah.
from Hollywood, like and then the producer that I've attached is Academy nominated, So and the whole ecosystem we develop, and language is one of them. Like
यो यति म्यानको ल्याङ्ग्वेज होइन
Yetisarko.
यतिजहरूको ल्याङ्ग्वेज
अनि यसमा so interesting because that's what's so interesting about this place is all we did was take Tamang and Tibetan and fused it and came up with these languages, right? So if you so the silver nung ning ning, like if you go to the last page, like these are numbers, but if you go to the last page, like let's say
लास्ट पेज गएर द एन्ड
end page, man.
एन्ड पेजमा
So phrase
पेजेसमा
so if I have to say, what's your name? I go Nimzo Mat Omje, right? And you say Jimjo Mat, Sanjay. And I say like Nimjo Aktang Omje, and you'll say Jimjo Aktang 34 or whatever. So we've developed all these things, and the movie obviously going to be in English, but like there are times where they talk
in their own language.
in our language, and then
Do we have a logo? What else do we have from Yeti Man? Oh, we can't show that.
I have I sent you a poster. I don't know if you have that.
Do we have a poster of Yeti Man?
Or you could do.
The latest one. Yeah, the latest one that you sent. Let's see if I can pull it out from on air and wait. Let me try to. Okay, let me just send it to you. Check this out and put this up. Oh man, I'm so excited to show this to everybody. I'm so glad you sent this to us.
You see,
मलाई थाहा थिएन if we could send this, if we could show this to everybody or not.
I showed you a teaser.
मैले चाहिँ अर्को हेरेको थिएँ होइन, which
So
of
I
course
can't
we
show the teaser
yeah,
now,
we can't.
so this is,
we can't show it to everybody.
But I
होइन?
thought like, okay, post.
How long do you think it's gonna take before we can show other things to people? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I can start sharing stuff as we probably, but the movie is going to take some time.
Zoom in, buddy.
But here's the thing: is this is a story about a Yeti boy. His name is Kaji, and he comes from a Shambhala. I mean, you saw the world, which is the ultra verse. It's completely made up Shambhala, but he thinks he's a human because he's been brought up by the humans. And when he finds his world, the world that there's a disconnect between the humans and the Yeti world, and ultimately he's the savior that brings the boat. The story
Concept camera. How did you think of the concept of Yeti
So the
Man?
story is it's part of something that I experienced in my when I went from here to the U.S. I was never accepted because of my color and all, And when I come back here, I'm not completely still accepted. They'll still say you're American. You live in America. When you look at it, and I have experiences like when I was working at Disney and I went to a store in Rodeo Drive to buy a gift for my daughter. The lady out there right at the door said, "There's nothing for you." Racism. And right now, all over the world and in the U.S., racism is big. Just because of your skin color, because of your sexuality, just because you may stammer, it's crazy. And so this story kind of reflects that because this boy, who has superpower, but he doesn't know that he has superpower. He's a Yeti boy that was found up in the mountains, and then, in my world, the Yeti babies are like humans. They just have long feet, but no hair, or the hair started growing there. So for him, he's a human, but then all the villagers, as he grows up and he starts looking different, they reject him, right? He's completely, his friends are animals, he can communicate. But the villagers bully him all the time and he's rejected. And then when he finds his world and they say that they know that he's a Yeti, they still reject him just because he was brought up in a human world, and he's not pure according to them. So it's a struggle, of his thing that he has to find who he is, and at the end, he brings both worlds together by fighting the common darkness, And this is like, it's character driven. If you look at the thing, everybody can feel it. Everybody has some sort of, some differences,
Yeah, of course.
And so the message is like, everyone is a hero. Everyone is a special, right? You're just if you the fact that you are different and you can do something different means you are special. And that's the message I want to give through this story to the rest of the world. It's like, so what if you're gay? It's who you are inside. So what if you can speak properly? Don't judge by your color, your sexuality, your voice, just because you're a woman, So that's a story. And then, unfortunately at this time I can't share the teaser, but you saw it's very different.
It is very different, and let me tell everybody that I saw it, and again, it's amazing. So people should look forward to Yeti Man.
Yep.
I know. I wish I could tell everybody what other superhero characters you have.
Yeah.
I know. Trust me, everybody. There's so many different characters that एउटा त मेरो favorite. I wish I could tell people, but I can't. I know. एउटा त मेरो त एकदमै त्यो निम्स दाइले भने जस्तो छ कि होइन. Giving up is not in the blood, son. भने जस्तो होइन. एउटा character छ which is so crazy. Which someday I hope त्यो character पनि that character also comes to light. होइन. There are other characters that I really love. होइन. That
we've created 5 other superheroes that is all based here.
Yeah.
That, that we can create our own version of Nepal Marvel.
If I could really say it to people, it's so crazy. 2 of them are like my favorite already. You know that.
Maybe soon. Next time.
Down the road. Yeti Man, when do you think it's gonna be in development?
So we are in development now. So the production probably wouldn't start till the end of it. So right now the teaser, building we got all the design, building them, what we call asset creation, building the models and all that stuff is going on. And that's another reason why we need to train and recruit it's a very complex movie.
Yeah. I saw a gist of it. Frostbite, when do you think it's gonna be done and it's gonna come out?
Frostbite, because it's a live action, has a very it can be done very fast. So hopefully before the end of the fall we'll have it completed.
And then most probably 2023, 2024 it's
it'll
gonna
definitely
come out.
be released for 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Man, I'm super excited.
If you love what we are doing, make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications.
Subscribe. This program is brought to you by Vyas Studios.